Celtics trail by 5. Tatum with the shot, he misses. Here comes the Jazz the other way. It's a 5-point lead for Utah. Just under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter from TD Garden in Boston. Bogdanovich has it for Utah. Celtics are down by 7. They haven't scored in the last 12. Here's Jeff Teague for Boston. Teague to Robert Williams III. He flushes it, and the Celtics trail by 5. Five-point game in Boston. Jazz lead by 5. Here's Royce. Here is Donovan Mitchell. Can't put it in, but Derek Favors with the putback, and the Jazz extend their lead to 7. 7-point lead for Utah. Favors with the putback. The assist from Donovan Mitchell. Jazz lead by 7. 3:15 to go from TD Garden in Boston. Williams will pass it to Jaylen Brown. Here's Brown. Finds Tatum. Tatum will rise and fire and gets the 3, and the Celtics trail by 4. Jason Tatum with the tray. The Celtics trail by 4. 2.5 to play in the third quarter. Here's Joe Ingles. Take a break from TD Garden. Celtics trail the Jazz by 7. Seven-point lead for the Utah Jazz over the Boston Celtics. The Jazz come into this game tonight against Boston with the best record in the NBA. Celtics and Jazz from Boston. Celtics trail the Jazz by 7. Okay, guys, gonna do Celtics and Jazz. Jazz with a 7-point lead over Boston. They're still in the third quarter. Trying to find the game here, so bear with me. Try to find this game right now. Let's find it. Okay. Wait for this to load. We can get back to action here. Boom. Okay. Okay, guys, Celtics and Jazz. Celtics were trailing by 7 in the third quarter. Just waiting for this to load so I can get to the action here and continue on with the telecast tonight.
My favorite music group from the 60s was the blank. 60s music group with the top 7 answers. The Beatles.
Okay, where is the... Okay, it's entertainment. Where is it? Where's TNT? Where is basketball? Where are you? Where's TNT? I like TNT better. Where's it? Okay, let's try West.
More of this. Why'd you get this easy bucket?
The lob.
Because of the stop on the other end. This is only
Tatum
fast break points for
to
the
Robert
Celtics.
Williams
Their
the
second
third.
bucket on the fast break. But they get the passing lanes defend. So tough to stop.
Celtics and Jazz are in a 3-point game with just a minute to play in the third quarter from Boston.
Mix it up. And contact with Smart. This is why Smart is so valuable. He's on defense and steals a possession. All he does is make it seem simple, but it's not. All he does is try to run through a body that's so much bigger.
Third quarter from Boston, just a minute and a half to play. Jazz and Celtics in a 3-point battle. Here's Tatum. Tatum for 3, knocks it down and is fouled. Tatum is fouled and he'll go to the line for a chance for a 3-point play, for a 4-point play. Give the Celtics the lead here in this third quarter. Take a look at Tatum. Knocks down the 3, rises and fires, and knocks it down as the Celtics look to take the lead over the Jazz as the third quarter winds down. Tatum with 22 points on the night, 9 of 17 from the floor with 2 boards. Tatum with the 4-point play, and the Celtics take a 1-point lead over the Jazz as the third quarter winds down. Minute 20 to play in the third quarter. Jazz and Celtics in a 1-point game. Conley inside and gets it, and the Jazz go up by 1. 1:10 to play in the third quarter. 9 points for Mike Conley. 1:06 to go third quarter. Celtics trail the Jazz by 1. Ball's knocked away by the Jazz, and the Celtics will retain possession, trailing by 1. 1 point lead for the Utah Jazz in this game against the Boston Celtics.
Danny Ainge played both basketball.
104 to play, third quarter. Celtics and Jazz in a 1-point game from TD Garden in Boston. 10 to shoot for the Celtics, down 1. Here's Kemba Walker. He'll come up short, but the offensive board is returned by the Celtics, and Marcus Smart gives the Celtics a 2-point lead. 45 seconds to go. Here comes Robert Williams III with the board for the Celtics, clinging to a 2-point lead. Here's Jason Tatum. Tatum rises and fires, can't convert, and Gobert comes down with it for the Jazz. $25 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Celtics with a 2-point lead. 12 lead changes in this one, 9 ties in this back and forth battle between the Jazz and the Celtics. 10 to shoot for the Jazz as the third quarter winds down. 3 to shoot for the Jazz. Good defensive possession there by the Celtics. Smart couldn't convert as the third quarter comes to an end. The Celtics with a 2-point lead over the Jazz as we start the fourth quarter. NBA Tuesday on TNT, presented by State Farm, returns to Boston in a moment. Celtics and Jazz going to start the fourth quarter. It's a 2-point game in Boston. Celtics with the lead in that third quarter. Marcus Smart has led the way for the Celtics. Jason Tatum has done his job for Boston. Jaylen Brown's also done his job for Boston as well. The Jazz are led by Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Joe Ingles, Mike Conley. So Jazz and Celtics are at a 2-point game as we head to the fourth quarter from TD Garden in Boston. Fourth quarter underway from TD Garden in Boston. The NBA on TNT is presented by CarMax and by Microsoft.